Since I walked across this stage 22 years ago this week, there's one thing that I've always wanted to do. So I hope, class of 2025, you'll do me a favor. And can we kick this off with a go? Go! 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 Can we hear it for the class of 2025? Graduates, professors, deans, parents, family members, friends, and people who thought there was a concert tonight. It is a great honor to be with you all today. Graduates, what a day to celebrate. And you made it today largely because of the people who are sitting behind you. So can you please show some love for them right now? Parents and family members, how proud are you? This is your victory lap too. All those years of sacrifice, support, and love, and now you have a University of California, Berkeley graduate who you will never, ever have to do laundry for again. Congratulations for making it. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm told that we're supposed to be vulnerable in these moments, so is it okay if I'm a little vulnerable with you right now? Although I've stood on Navy warships during nuclear disasters, I've briefed admirals and advised governors, and I've testified in front of the United States Senate. Giving the commencement speech at Cal might be the most intimidating thing I've ever done. Except for when I was a freshman here, and I stayed up all night partying, and someone had the genius idea of driving to Palo Alto and trying to steal or borrow, depending on who you ask, Stanford's home plate from their baseball field. By the time we got back to Berkeley, the sun was already coming up, so strategically, I went straight to my 8 a.m. Spanish class. I, of course, then proceeded to pass out in front of the door, only to wake up to my professor kicking me to get up. For the rest of the semester, I never made eye contact again. Now, why do I share this story with you? It's because I want you to be proud in knowing that we successfully brought back Stanford's home plate. All right, here we go. This is a wonderful day that is about you. And because it's about you, like any good commencement speaker, I will now take the next 55 minutes talking about me. In all seriousness, this is a very personal day for me, and I'm really, really touched to be here. This campus, UC Berkeley, has given me everything. It's where I met the best thing in my life, my wife, Molly. There she is. It's also because of her that we now have 3 incredible boys, as you heard, Shay, Calvin, and Tam, and a girl dog named Evie. I owe Cal my lifelong friends, classmates who walked across this stage with me, like former Deputy Treasury Secretary Wally Adeyemo and well-known political strategist Brian Brokaw. I also owe my career to this university. Every job I've ever had I can trace back to Cal. And thanks to a DCal course, I also possess a truly profound and deep understanding of the life and legacy of Tupac. My guess is that years from now, you will also feel the same way about Cal, and hopefully about Tupac too. And as I've thought about it, you and I actually have several things in common. For instance, you studied political science, I studied political science. At times, you may have relied on ChatGPT to study. I wrote this speech with ChatGPT an hour ago while waiting for my top dog. Also, I honestly cannot remember a single word my commencement speaker said, and it is likely by tomorrow neither will you. In addition, 22 years ago this very week, I was sitting in your seat just starting to make my way in the world. And 22 years ago, your parents were just starting to make you. And we all of us love politics, or the study of. My son, who's here, recently asked me, why is it called political science? And I explained it's because you all are scientists, masters of the study of politics, the heartbeat of our democracy. And now you know what it means. Poly, from the Greek word many, and ticks, blood-sucking parasites. Politics. You and I will also, as you heard earlier, have graduated during a time of great uncertainty. For me, 9/11 changed everything. I was a junior sleeping in my room just down the street when my mom called me to turn on the TV, just in time to watch the Twin Towers fall in New York. And when I walked across this stage, we had just recently invaded Iraq, and the world was deeply unsettled. And now, you're graduating in a world where democracy needs defending, the environment needs saving, and our society needs healing. Both of our generations have also come of age in a time where a dangerous story has taken hold. It's a story that says politics is nothing more than self-interest, purely transactional and zero-sum. That when we win, they lose. That we have more dividing us, party, class, race, geography, values, than we have uniting us. It's a story wanting us to believe that the system is too broken to fix, that we are powerless. And the story goes, if we just look out for ourselves, if we just fend for ourselves, we're going to be better off. Well, you know what? This story is total BS. It's a lie. And sadly, many of us have bought it for too long. And it's cost us. It's cost us in trust, in progress, in our own mental health, and in community. We've been sold, I think, a version of politics that has left people burned out, cynical, and frankly, angry at one another. Fortunately for all of us, there's a better story to tell. It's one based in connection and compassion and community. It's one based in service. And here's what I believe and why I have so much hope for all of us. You are the generation that can and must write a different story. And I know it's possible because I've seen it. As Cal students, we don't just learn about the world, we change it. After Cal, I worked on a presidential campaign. And when we lost, my dream of working in the White House was gone. But then I went to law school, and that's where I decided to join the military. I joined because I felt that our leaders had failed us. After 9/11, we launched the longest wars in our nation's history, and instead of selling war bonds, they cut taxes. Instead of asking us to sacrifice, they told us to go shopping. They didn't ask enough of us, and too many Americans became disconnected from our government's actions. As a result, our foreign policy and our country's standing in the world suffered greatly. And I came home from the Navy after serving in Japan and in Gitmo to a bitterly divided country. And it's only gotten worse. We cannot make this mistake again. It's why I believe that everyone, every single one of you, should serve in a meaningful way. Because when you serve and when you work alongside people from very different places, who look very different than us, who think differently and probably vote differently, but share a common purpose, you recognize our common humanity. Service builds unity, it builds strength, and it's what we so desperately need right now. So when I became mayor of my hometown in Novato, I created a program to help students pay for college by serving together in their city. Thanks to Governor Newsom, who created a cabinet-level position for service and community engagement, that program has grown into College Corps. To date, College Corps has helped thousands of students across the state of California pay for college through service. The College Corps members do really meaningful work like tutoring and mentoring in our schools, fighting food insecurity, taking climate action, and providing literally millions of hours of service to our communities. And I am so proud, so very proud, that we have College Corps members graduating with us today. Will you stand up, College Corps members? Can we hear it for our College Corps members? We also created the country's first statewide climate corps, as you heard, and the entire service corps is now bigger than the Peace Corps, and other states are starting to follow our lead. That's what change looks like. That's what service looks like, and the world needs more of it. So graduates, my message to you today is simple. Serve. And I don't just mean in the military. There are so many ways you can serve. Sign up for a year with the California Service Corps or 2 in the Peace Corps. Join local government. Teach and change lives every day like my wife, also a Cal grad, has spent her career doing as a public school teacher. Heal people. Heal people as a health professional, fight fires, organize your neighborhood around a cause, volunteer for something that you care about, because my experience is the real value of the piece of paper you are about to receive is in the lives you have the power to help, and it is valuable, very, very valuable. And let me let you in on a little not so little secret. Real change doesn't start in Washington or Sacramento. It starts in classrooms and courtrooms, living rooms, and city blocks across the country. It starts with you. That's how a democracy is supposed to work. You've studied politics, now go practice democracy. And not just on election day, because that's not good enough, but every day. We need leaders who don't just understand systems and institutions. We need leaders who are willing to serve to make them better. And let me be crystal clear. We need you right now. And if you serve, I promise you, you will get more out of it than you give. You will be happier and healthier, more connected and more confident. Just ask anyone who has served how it makes them feel. And at a time where many of us can feel so anxious, so untethered and overwhelmed, service grounds us. It gives us perspective, meaning, direction. And if you're searching for purpose, as we all do, take Gandhi's advice, who said the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. If you want to be great, Dr. Martin Luther King said everybody can be great because anybody can serve. If you want to fix what is broken, service is how we fight, how we confront inequality, climate change, injustice, and the paralyzing cynicism telling us that we are powerless in this world. Service is how we build the world that we wish for, by rolling up our sleeves and getting dirty. So get dirty, class of 2025. Knock on doors in the Iowa snow. Land on a nuclear aircraft carrier. Teach 30 students in a classroom where English isn't the first language. Run for office and beg your friends for $20 donations. Volunteer at a clinic. That's what self-government looks like. That's what our democracy is. And it's tough as hell. And you know what? The world is tough. Change is tough. You're tough. You are a Golden Bear and a UC Berkeley graduate, and no one can ever take that away from you, unless you decide to run across the stage naked today. And then they might actually take it away from you. From here on out, there's no roadmap, but there is a higher calling for you. From Strata to Sacramento, from Wheeler Hall to Washington, D.C., from the I House to the White House, from Sproul Plaza to City Hall, from dorm rooms to classrooms and courtrooms and newsrooms, from the bottom of the keg to the top of wherever you're going. Your adventure is about to begin, so are you ready, 2025? Are you ready? Damn right you're ready, and you know what? We're waiting for you. So now, for the final time, as an undergraduate student at UC Berkeley, make it count. Go! Thank you so much.